You know, I try to learn something new every day. If I didn't learn anything new all day long, it's almost like the day is wasted. And so one of the things I'm going to learn today is if this was a good purchase and I enjoy it, or if I should have asked somebody for a sample. Either way, it's going to be a good time. Let's go.
Here I go.
Drink! Drink!
I fucking hate Scotch.
Hey, what's up everybody? Thank you for joining us for a whiskey quickie of a bourbon lover trying some Scotch. Alright, this bottle of Scotch got recommended to me from Anthony, the bourbon neophyte. I had a long conversation with him one day about what kind of Scotches would you recommend to a bourbon lover or a regular, American whiskey enthusiast to ease their transition into Scotch. And he told me that the green label of Johnnie Walker is a blend of 4 different types of whiskeys. On the front it says a harmonious blend created with only single malt whiskeys, including Talisker from the Isle of Skye for its intense smoke and spiciness, Linkwood Speyside for freshness and vibrancy, Cragganmore, which brings fragrance and maltiness, and Cole Isla from Islay for its big maritime character. Now the age statement on the front says 15 years, and I'm pretty sure I would just assume the same rules apply to all types of whiskey, that you state the youngest whiskey in the bottle as the age statement, so there could be older whiskey in here, right? Alright, so if you guys aren't already following Bourbon Neophyte, I'm going to put a link to his channel below. He's been a great friend to the channel and very informative when it comes to the world of Scotch. Alright, so this will be my first time opening this bottle. I do not see a lot of information on the bottle that we did not get from the box. So let's go ahead and get this cracked open. Comes off real clean. Ooh, nice cork pop. That was one of the louder cork pops I've had. Now, I do not pour scotches or wine finished whiskeys or ryes into my infinity bottle because it'll totally change it. And I really like where it's at right now. Alright, first hit on the nose. I'm getting some citrusy flavors. Almost like a grapefruit on the nose. Getting a little bit deeper into the glass. There's some malt in that grapefruit now. Now I'm getting some grape notes. And I'm not talking purple, dark candy grapes. I'm talking about light green, almost wine grapes. But it smells interesting. Let's go for it. Cheers.
And here we go.
A lot of flavors up front. Not really much in the back. Oh, it feels like there's smoke, like billowing down my palate. That was really strange. Now it's building greatly on the back of the palate. Getting a little bit of a finish. What's the proof on this? It's 86 proof. That was kind of crazy. I got a lot of bright flavors right up front. Some sweetness, some light fruits, and it just kind of lingered in the front of my mouth. Even after I swallowed, I still didn't get too much in the back of the palate. It stayed pretty hollow. Then all of a sudden I felt this like smoky flavor roll across the top of my mouth and all the way down the back. And so finally the back of the palate got fulfilled with some deep, dark smokiness. Let's do that again. There was a lot of layers. My palate definitely was not acclimated to that. So let's go in for another one. Man, the layers are crazy. This does not have a lot of peat on it. I do not have burnt band-aids on a burning tire full of moss on a beach somewhere, like how you get on some scotches that's like almost offensive to drink. I'm not getting that at all. This is more pleasant, but a very complex, layered, wild ride. Man, it starts off so light and fruity and ends so dark and smoky. That's wild. I don't hate it. I don't hate it at all. Alright, so speaking of not hating it, let's touch on the price point real quick. I saw a lot of variance in the price on this 15-year Johnnie Walker. on base, where I usually get the best deals because I don't have to pay the state sales tax, it was $100 on base. Anthony told me it should be more like a $60 bottle, so I went to my local Total Wine and they had it for $80. And so after state taxes, I'm paying over $100 anyway. So I went to Google shopping, looked around, did some research, found a bottle for $59, picked it up, and now it's here. And for a $60 bottle, I don't hate it at all. I think it's well worth $60. Would I be saying the same thing if I had spent $100 out the door? Probably not. I wouldn't recommend this at $100. But at $60, I think this is a really interesting Scotch. Now with that being said, at the end of the day, it's still a Scotch. This is nothing like any of the bourbons I have on the shelf. And so I'm glad I have this because it offers a totally different palate experience. And so I appreciate you, Anthony. Thank you for recommending this to me. Any of you guys on our Patreon here at Northwest Bourbon, any of you Patreon guys want to try a sample of this, just shoot me a message on Patreon and I'll get you a sample of this and see if this is a type of Scotch you might like as well. So for my final thoughts, for a $60 bottle, this is well worth it. Absolutely. But I'm glad I didn't spend $100 on it. Thanks for watching. Earn, protect, enjoy. Cheers.